You are now tuned in to the Windy City Benders podcast. This is WCBP.
All right, episode 123 of WCB podcast. Right? WCBP, yeah, whatever.
No, you had it right. WCB podcast.
It's weak. We're a little rusty.
Sometimes we say WCBP. Sometimes we say WCB podcast.
Whatever. You know, it is work.
As long as it's not like ATM machine. You don't say WCBP podcast.
Yeah. Oh, man. So, yeah, 123. We're back. Technical issues last week prevented us from recording.
And busyness.
You know. Life happens, but gives us a lot to talk about this week. With me, as always, is my buddy Tanner. Tanner, what is up, man?
What's going on? You know, just doing good. Feeling great. It's no longer in the single digits weather here, so. And all the snow is kind of melting away. We got like 18 inches last week anyway.
We're supposed to get more today, though. Tonight.
Yeah, that's whatever. It's fine. I built a snowman out on the beach, and he's still hanging out. His name's Al. I just check on him every day.
It was so crazy. I walked outside today when I was letting the dog out, and I'm like, wow, it's 30 degrees out. It feels like spring. Like,
yeah.
Like, let's go to the lake. Let's go have some fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, so a lot has happened since we last recorded.
Hawks have just been winning.
The grass is green, sky is blue. Hawks win hockey games.
All is right in the world.
Yeah, I wonder, because I know the Hawks aren't expected to win. I really wonder if the rest of like the fan bases are just like, oh, fuck these guys again.
Yeah, right.
They're finally happy we start losing again and we're not doing good, and then it's like,
we declare the rebuild, and then we're like, psych.
Yeah.
To fucking get everybody's guard down so we can start winning games. It's the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah. So since we recorded last, the Hawks have gone on a 5-2 run, which isn't too bad. Not too shabby.
Not too shabby at all.
Some big wins in there. Just a quick breakdown of those games real quick. Back-to-back games against Dallas, 2-1 OT wins. Then
well, you like to see also Janmark in the second game gets a goal against Dallas.
Yeah.
His ex team. And I bet that feels real good for him because, you know, they were just like, nah, we don't need you. He's like, okay, sounds good. I'll go put a bunch of goals in for the Hawks. It's like, we'll take you, man, for sure. We're really enjoying the fruits of his labor right now.
I definitely think like last year how we were talking about like Carpenter was like the underrated signing for us. I really think Janmark is that guy for us this year.
Absolutely. Especially since like he's really been only seeing like third line time. But I feel like he's like when that third line gets into the offensive zone, he's always parked himself right in front of the net, and it's like the puck just finds him. And just great to see. Also, he's been getting like a decent amount of breakaways too, like every once in a while.
He's like sneaky fast too.
Absolutely. He doesn't look like it.
For the type of player that he's supposed to be, I was not expecting him to be like have the wheels that he has.
Yeah.
Right now, he is tied for fourth for points with 6 goals and 4 apples.
Love to see it. Everybody's getting points.
Second highest shooting percentage, third highest, with a 20.7% shooting percentage.
Oh, because Bowden has a 40% with 5 shots.
Yeah, I guess we'll call it second. Bowden.
Hey, 5 shots, 2 goals, not too shabby. Get the guy the puck.
Yeah, we'll get to that game in a second. That game against Detroit where the kids came out to play.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so following those 2 games, they drop 1 to Columbus 6-5.
This is the game you're talking about, not against Detroit. This is the one where the kids came out to play. Ian Mitchell got his first, Bowden got his first, put the Hawks up 2-1. Suter got his 6th, put him up 3-1. And then Columbus came back.
Oh yeah.
Kaner scored. It was insane. It was just so weird. But yeah, the game like pretty much was 5-5 till late in the third, and then Columbus ended up just pulling out another one. Just a scoring fiesta. That's what that was.
Yeah, it was like what? Less than a minute apart, Mitchell and Bowden.
Yeah.
They were literally still talking about Mitchell scoring his first goal, and then Bowden was like,
it was the beginning of the second period too. So it was like right at the beginning of the second period, and all of a sudden we're up 2-1. You're like,
21 seconds into the period for Mitchell, and then a minute 17 in for Bowden.
Yeah, good shit.
And then Suter is just like, hey, just remember, I'm leading the rookies here. Take it easy.
Oh man. And then of course Kaner is just like, wait. Remember who's the real leader here.
So yeah, they dropped that one. Then they follow it up with a nice win against Columbus with a filthy overtime goal from DeBrincat, Kaner DeBrincat. Like, what that you have an article, that you want to talk about, but it's like, Kaner and DeBrincat together, it seems like it's an overtime cheat code.
Yeah, it's the old Panarin and Kaner.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what's like come about. And if you want to, like I mentioned the article, it's from our buddy Scott Powers. He wrote an article just about it was titled Patrick Kane Unlocked. The Blackhawks star once again has that perfect line mate, and it goes into the like how Kaner and Panarin were together, and how you don't really see like two wingers on the same line that are both on their offside wing. And when you get two wingers that are so comfortable playing their offside wing, like you can have this potential to have like an explosive offensive line just with how well you can move the puck within the offensive zone, and having each other being just able to be set up for their one-time side the entire time. It's crazy. And then just the puck possession that they have, and how the Kaner and DeBrincat have gone from like being okay together to being just explosive because they've been working out in like the off season, and they are now looking for each other rather than just like looking for open spots. They know where the other person's going to be now. It's kind of like you can tell while we're watching these games that like instead of just driving the net, DeBrincat's like faking that and like popping back up out high and like catching a pass like in a high slot rather than just like trying to read Kaner go into the net or anything like that. It's great to watch.
Yeah, DeBrincat, man, like obviously anybody that gets to play with Kane is going to look absolutely fucking amazing, but it's just for some reason it's taken his game to a completely different level. Especially after last year where he just looked so snake bitten and everything like that. I was looking at his stats. He is already at 9 goals for this year through 15 games. He had 18 last year through 70.
Yeah.
Like
his shooting percentage is back up there too. He's at 17% right now. I think he was down at like 8 or 9 last year, something like that. And ever since he came back from being on the COVID protocol, he's been lighting it up, putting points in like almost every game.
And I'm looking at his career stats right now. There's some milestones coming up for a couple guys. So DeBrincat is 4 goals away from 100, 5 assists away from.
Oh my 100. God, that seems crazy.
Yeah. So obviously he's only 9 points away from 200.
Yeah. Also, he was shooting at only 8.7% last year.
Yeah. Not
where the previous 2 seasons he was at 18.64 and 15.47. So like it's no joke that he's a goal scorer. He's got a high shooting percentage for a reason. It's not like a fluke. I think the fluke is the 8.7. And that's actually a pretty good shooting percentage for most other players in the league. But for DeBrincat, he's like, that's shit.
I think with him though too, it's like because he was so snake bitten last year and he just things weren't going his way. I don't think he was taking smart shots, and he was just throwing the puck on net to throw it on net, trying to do whatever he can to break that, that little drought he had going on. So that's going to play a huge effect in that. And I think he's being a lot smarter now, and he's taking advantage of the opportunities that come because of Kane. One more thing about milestones. Kane is 3 goals away from 400 career.
Is he really?
Oh shit!
It's
Sorry.
going to be great.
Yeah, it's a lot of milestone pucks being collected in the hot soccer room lately.
You know, you love to see it.
Love to see it.
Kaner still has almost at 1,000 games as well. He's only 8 games away.
That's insane that he's gonna hit it this quick.
This quick.
Well, no,
yeah.
Well, yeah, keep thinking about because we'll talk about it when we go to NHL talk. But Crosby just hit 1,000 yesterday.
Yeah. Crosby was also out for like
That's
a
what I'm saying,
year and
though,
a
like,
half.
It's really insane how healthy he is. He stays healthy. I mean,
from day one too. Like he only missed like half of a season in
well, all right. So
2015,
2012, 2013, 47. That was a 48 game season, right? Yeah.
Yeah. No. 20.
Yeah, 2012, 2013.
It was just 2013. Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay.
It's how it's listed on his stats here.
Gotcha.
The following year, he only played 69. Nice. Then 2014, 2015, he played 61. And then other than that, I mean, 2 games he missed there. He missed 8 in the 2010, 2011. I mean, he usually misses 1 or 2 games per season.
Yeah, he's good for 65 plus typically.
God, that's insane.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And especially because we were talking about it too, like thinking about how if like Duncan Keith just reached 1,000 games like a season and a half ago, 2 seasons ago, and he's one of the old. I mean, he's the oldest guy on the team, and you just realize that like Kaner's been able to do it since day one, like getting drafted and coming right in, where like Keith had to spend some time in the minors. It's crazy. He's so good.
Keith is at 1,157 games. That's nuts. That even blows my mind that Keith has played that many games and he's still putting up that many minutes a game.
Yeah.
But
everybody, we're spoiled as Hawks fans still. I still think we are just getting to see these great players.
Oh yeah, we 100% are. Keith's got to bump up those numbers though. He's got a 0% shooting percentage.
A classic Keith in the last few years. He's gonna score a goal that's gonna like send us into like the playoffs, like 1 game left in the season, and it's gonna be like a game winner, and you're gonna be like, there you go.
What do you think? Okay, so I'm looking at all it right now. What was his highest shooting percentage ever, you think?
For Keith?
Yeah.
Probably like 2.5. No.
8.1.
Oh, really?
In 2007-08.
2007. That sounds weird.
He had 12 goals.
Oh no! Fuck, no shit.
And then the 09-10 year, the cup year, he had 14. 200. He took 213 shots that year. Holy shit!
Was that when I guess he must have just been able to get the puck through at that point, and then at some point he was just like, you know what, hitting shin pads is way better.
He thought like it was like the old like beach hockey, like, you know, you hit the shin pads, it's a 3-point goal, like. Oh man, so yeah, so they've dropped that one. Then they had that nice overtime game. Then they had a nice little break with Detroit, which we all thought was gonna be a nice little break, but holy shit, were they lucky to get a win on that Monday game where they won in OT. That has been probably the worst that they've looked since the first 3 games of the season.
Yeah, pull out a dub. Doesn't matter. Score sheet says they won.
Carlton,
moving on.
Carlton's quote for that was actually great. He's like, "Well, you're not going to put a frame on that one, but hey, we took 2 points and that's all that matters." It's like, yeah, you're right, Carlton.
That's true.
Be a coach. There you go.
Yeah, you know, I watched, like, I was only able to watch the highlights, and a lot of some of the goals are just like, Subban, I wish you would just hold on to the puck and not like shoot it back out 6 feet.
I still don't get Subban as a goalie. Like,
He does well, and
I don't know how he does well this time. Cause like watching him play, it's like he doesn't make saves. He gets lucky.
he doesn't make saves.
It's like the puck hits him. That's what happens. Like he doesn't like.
That's gonna make you save, my guy.
But I mean, like, you're watching Lincoln. What he's making a save, he is purposely doing what he is doing. Subban, it's like, I'm gonna throw my body like this and hope to God it hits me. Like, he's just so awkward at net to me.
Oh, I love it. Do you think that they should give Delia another shot, or are you just okay running with these two right now?
It's not broke, don't fix it.
That's right.
I mean,
goddamn right.
I think if Subban comes, next time Subban plays, if he has a bad game, you maybe think about it. I think Delia deserves another chance at some point, but I
think he'll get it.
Yeah, I just think right now, especially because it's like, okay, well, you're not going to be playing anyway. Lankinen is going to be taking control for a while until he gets lit up a couple games, which I don't know. Well, you can talk about that in a second. Let's just do a quick recap of the rest of them here.
I mean, Lankinen's still 8th in the league right now, and he's 8th or tied for 7th in the league in wins. Has a .927 save percentage. So 243 isn't like too hot, but it's not like that's actually still pretty good for the league. It's just some goalies are just getting fucking lit up this year.
I mean, his first game, that 5 goals against is what he's still trying to like kind of catch up back with his numbers a little bit. But speaking of Lankinen, the following day or 2 days later, game 2 against Detroit, he got his first shutout.
Gets his first shutout. Also gets an assist, right?
Yeah.
That was greatest. So at that time, my favorite
Tanner's favorite stat. Every time I go on social media and I see like a post talking about like Lafreniere or Lankinen, and you're typing this out and you're leaving a comment mentioning like, hey, remember this is what's going on.
Yeah, don't ever forget that when Lankinen got that second or that assist, it's his second of the season, and at that point he had more points than first overall pick Alexi Lafreniere, which is so great. So unfortunately, Lafreniere scored a goal and then tied our rookie sensation Kevin Lankinen. So they're both tied at 2 points apiece. And
that's embarrassing. That's brutal.
Yeah. Oh God, Lankinen for Calder for sure. Or I mean, you can put Suter for Calder, Kurashev for Calder. Let's get Bowden going. Maybe some Ian Mitchell.
How realistic do you think it could be right now? If the season ran today, I can see Lankinen, Kurashev, and Suter all the 3 nominations.
I don't know if they would do that.
I don't know if they would do it, but I mean,
I could see Lankinen up there for sure, though.
I think Lankinen and Suter for sure. Kurashev, speaking of that game, just absolutely making Detroit his little bitch, going, splitting the D, nice little filthy goal.
Oh, my God.
Unreal.
Just super highlight goal right there. Looking like, do you remember when, I think it was Tarasenko that like just went straight through, I believe, like the Rangers whole team. It was a few years ago.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And it was just like, I'm going to go straight down the middle of the ice and there's nothing you can do to stop me. And I took off of work just to watch that Hawks game because I was like, I don't feel like going. Which was the greatest decision because then I saw that goal and I was just like, what the fuck? And so the best part about this is like, you're starting to see Bowden getting more comfortable in the back end. You've seen Kurashev score a fucking sick goal like that. And then if you go online, everybody's like, where the fuck did this kid come from? Like, oh, let me tell you about that. A nice old trade that we made with our buddies in Nashville. And that was when we sent Nashville Ryan Hartman because we were like, you know what? We'll probably get something good back for him. Hopefully a first rounder. And Nashville was kind enough to toss in a 4th as well. So we got a 1st and a 4th. And those picks just turned out to be none other than Nicholas Beaudin and Philip Kurashev, who are playing pretty goddamn well right now in their rookie seasons on the Blackhawks.
I think we can safely declare it. That is a Blackhawk win in that trade.
Yeah, that's good. That's a great trade, and then that's a great draft right there too. You love to see it. You love to see when things work out like that.
One of my favorite like tweets I saw, someone was like, "Who knew Kurashev had speed like that?" And then somebody like quote tweeted or retweeted, like replied to it, and was like, "Yeah, I heard Connor McDavid's got a Kurashev poster hanging up in his room."
God, the kids have been just showing the wheels. Like Brandon Hagel too, man. Like I can't praise that kid enough. Like he's been insane. And I forgot about him fucking lighting up Laine. Oh my God, we forgot to mention that. Holy shit!
Absolutely dummied him.
What he hit like Roslovic, and then Laine decided he wanted to drop the gloves with him. Who also Laine has 30 pounds and about 3 inches on him, and he just fucking dummies him with 2 fucking hits. And you're just like, man, Hagel's becoming my favorite player. It always happens when somebody gets in a fight like that. Like John Hayden was one of my favorite players for a little bit because he absolutely lit up Marcus Foligno and just fucking gave him a black eye right away.
Did he break his jaw too on that?
No, he broke his like orbital bone.
That's what it was.
No big deal.
Not a big deal.
But yeah, no, Hagel's been insane. He's been getting rewarded with more ice time. He's flying out there all the time.
Somebody tweeted out Hagel's the new Shaw, and Shaw actually liked the tweet.
Yeah, which is great.
Or just being passed for sure.
I think Hagel still hasn't gotten his first goal, right? He's just gotten a couple assists so far. He's got 3 assists. But yeah. It's coming. He's gonna score. There's no doubt about it. And there's no stopping him. He led the Ice Hogs last year in goals. And you know where he got drafted?
6th round, 159th overall.
Buffalo.
Oh, Buffalo that you're talking about.
Yeah. So thanks, Buffalo. I'm gonna toss him in the Jokiharju trade just to make myself feel better right now. It's Jokiharju for Nylander and Hagel.
Yeah, it is just so fucking exciting. Like I always felt like we had decent prospects. It was just a matter of time. But now actually seeing so many of them stepping up this year, it's like, God. The only thing that's problem is it's like this is pretty much it for our prospects. Rockford is not doing well with all these guys.
Well, it's because we don't have anybody on the team. Our team is all prospects.
Right.
Which is, I mean, I'm fine with it. Are you cool with it? I'm cool with it.
Cool with it.
All right. Great. Hell yeah.
Yeah, and then the last game was Friday, and we dropped the game 5-3 to the Whalers. I mean, Hurricanes.
So yes. Yeah, that was Kaner just, oh my God. Everybody's like, Kurashev, what a sick goal. And then Kaner's like, I'll show you what a fucking sick goal looks like. Spinorama backhand far side. Are you kidding me? Just wants to pull that one back out of his pocket. He's like, don't forget, I can still do this. Like, goddamn Kaner, we'll never forget.
He had what, 3 points that game?
Yes. Yeah, he did, because he assisted on the other 2 goals. Ian Mitchell
and Soderberg.
Sick 5-hole with like no time left on the clock in the second period too. Mitchell's looking so comfortable. He looks like it's like his 3rd season, and it's only like his 15th game or some shit.
He started off a little shaky, and I was kind of like, oh man, maybe they are putting too much pressure on this guy. But now that he's got good chunk of games under his belt, and he's got the feel out, he's really showing. And I agree with what Bowman was saying this past summer or whatever when he was doing his media tour, saying that they felt Mitchell was the more complete defenseman out of like him and Boquist. I definitely see it. I'm still a Boquist guy, but it's tough sometimes because he does not look like he's ready to be there.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. He's on the smaller side too, and I think Ian Mitchell is more ready physically as well. Because he's not huge, but he doesn't shy away like in the corners at all. Like he's got a good stick. He's getting chopping pucks out. He's getting shit. He's also never panicked, which is insane to me for like how young he is and like how he's not been in the league that long. Like he'll be behind the net and there'll be guys coming at him and he's still just kind of like looking around and just makes like the perfect like D to D pass or like moves it up the boards. And like since he's giving his forwards more time by drawing those guys in, you're just like, this guy looks like a fucking veteran out here.
He's 22 years old. He's 5'11". He's 173 pounds. He is fucking small. Holy shit.
Yeah. I mean, and then now that he's on the team and as soon as like they're able to do more of these workouts together, like in the off season, he's just going to get bigger. He's going to get stronger and he's just going to look better.
Boquist has got 6 pounds on him.
Hard to believe that.
That's all. They're the same height, 6 pounds. And
I mean, that's their listed heights right now. Like that can be completely different at this point, though.
Right? Yeah, just what he's listed as. Right?
Also, Boquist had COVID, so he might have lost weight from that.
That's fair. Yeah, I didn't realize Boquist was 2 years younger than him.
Yeah, he's super young. So like that's the other thing too. I'm not writing off Boquist ever.
No,
like,
definitely not. Right.
He's 20 years old.
That's the thing too. It's like you kind of forget about like how young he actually is. Like some of these guys too. There's like periods where it's like I see people talking about like, oh my god, this kid's terrible, or like, oh, what he's doing. It's like you got to remember these guys are young. They're being put in a situation that I think if most of this team was healthy, a lot of these guys wouldn't be playing right now.
Yeah.
This team. So like they're in a situation that they may have not been ready for. Obviously, they got to be prepared to play pro hockey because they can be called up at any moment. And they are professional hockey players. So there's a high standard for them. But at the end of the day, they're kids. They are still kids, still developing and trying to get to that skill level. So you got to cut them a break a little bit.
I mean, they're looking great. We'd love to see it.
So good. They're supposed to play on Saturday when that game got postponed. I'm assuming it's just because the game's played.
Yeah, I would say that because they've been pretty lucky that they haven't had any games postponed. They haven't had any issues or anything. So like they've had like the most games played in the league. And if by the end of the season you're having all these makeup games and the Hawks are just sitting there doing nothing, but they're in a playoff spot, you're kind of like just freezing them up a little bit, you know?
Yeah, they're at 19 games played. They're supposed to play Carolina, but they rescheduled it so Carolina could play Tampa. Go before yesterday's game, Tampa only had 14 games played. Carolina had 15, so we had 4 games in hand on Carolina and 5 in on Tampa. But yeah, right now they're sitting in third place points.
Yeah.
You gotta. So here's the thing, though, you have to people we need to really pay attention to. God forbid, for some reason, they can't play all 56 games. They can't get a full season in. They go by percentage points.
Yeah.
So just because they're sitting in third with points doesn't necessarily mean they're third place. Because right now, they're technically, if you look at percentage points, they are 5th.
Yeah, which sucks because Dallas had so many postponed games and they don't look insanely good.
They're a huge disappointment this year, I think.
Yeah. Well, they've also, I don't think Sagan's back still, and like Bishop's not been playing. Just like they were missing some key guys.
I don't think Dobie's been playing either.
Yeah, he's been playing.
He's been playing because I know he was like against the Hawks. He didn't play against the
Ettinger.
Hawks.
Well, he didn't play against the Hawks because he was getting disciplined by his team for like failing to show up to something or like something like that. But yeah, like this is what I was saying at the beginning of the year. It was just like the Hawks could be surprising, which is great. Like we were like, set your expectations low, but the Hawks can do some surprising things, and that's exactly what they've done. And I feel like a fucking genius.
Is your expectation bar moving at all? Like,
no, because I'm keeping it low. Like it's because they're still not expected to be this good. And I'm not going to be like, oh, well, now I'm expecting them to win every game from now on. Also, I forgot, you had sent this stat too before this Carolina game. The Blackhawks were at 9-5-4, and it was the first time since October 2018 that they were at a true 500 percentage.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, so almost 2.5 years ago, they haven't been at 500. They've been below it. So this team's fucking surprising.
Yeah. I mean, the way I'm looking at it right now is like we're playing with house's money. And
I think all we keep saying to each other anytime we see some good shit happen is we'll text and just be like, I love this fucking team.
Yeah.
It's hard not to like what you're fucking seeing. Like, even though like some of the advanced stats I've seen are showing like, oh, they're still letting up like some of the most shots in the league, and they're how can you depend on the goalies to be like having 930 save percentages every game, and they're really only scoring on the power play. It's like, shut the fuck up. They're still doing it. I do not fucking care. Like, if they continue to do it, are you going to keep fucking wondering like how they're doing it? Like, no, they're just making it work.
Let them. So regardless, we know what I was going to bring up earlier. And I said we wait is the expectation is, this isn't going to last. Like, this team is the way they're playing, I don't think it can last. I think eventually they're going to run out of steam. It's going to catch up with them, the way they play and all that. How do you feel the same way, or do I just kind of have that, okay, well, something bad's going to happen because it's going too well type of mindset? Like, where's your mindset there?
I mean, they're playing the same teams the whole season, so it's not like they're going to see anything different. I think that they're going to keep learning from these guys, and their young players are just going to keep getting better. So when you see them play Tampa, like I wouldn't be surprised if Tampa still put up 5, but I wouldn't doubt that the Hawks come back and make it a lot more competitive each time they play them. Like
the Carolina game, or Columbus game 6-5, maybe something like that.
Yeah, honestly, like the beginning of the season playing Tampa, you got all these rookie players, a lot of jitters. You've seen the first few games, it seemed like really shaky, and then all of a sudden now the Hawks are 7-2-1 in the last 9 games or some shit, or 10 games.
Yeah.
They're 7. I have it right here, literally. Fucking
they're
idiot.
7-1-1 going into Friday's game.
Yeah, 7-2-1 in the last 10, and they look great. And just it's fun to watch, man. They're a fun fucking team, and I'm so glad that it's no longer super depressing. I got something I want to ask you. Yeah. I found this on the Hawks subreddit. It's a great. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's a few stats, and it's who do you think is leading in these stats? Dylan Strome or David Kampf?
Oh, I saw it. I didn't actually look into that.
Oh no. Okay, cool. Because I'll ask you all these questions, and then you tell me who you think it is, and I'll write them down, and then I'll tell you who it really is for each one.
Okay.
All right. There's 7 different stats. Also, so this was written by a guy named Sandman730. Okay. So first one, who do you think has the most points over the last 5 games? So the last 5 games, including the Carolina, Detroit series, Columbus series. So last 5 games, who has more points, Strome or Kampf?
Kampf.
Okay. Who has the more shots on goal?
Strome.
Okay. Who has more shot attempts?
Strome.
Okay. Who has more scoring chances?
Kampf.
Okay. Who has more high danger chances for?
High danger chances for. I'm gonna go Kampf.
Okay. And then who has more ice time?
Strome.
And then more better face-off percentage?
Kampf.
Okay. So all right. So for more points in the last 5 games, you said Kampf. That was right. For more shots on goal, you said Strome. Wrong. Kampf. So more shot attempts, you said Strome. Wrong. Kampf. So more scoring chances, you said Kampf. That's right. For more high danger chances, you said Kampf. That's right. More ice time, you said Strome. That's wrong. It's Kampf. And for the higher face-off percentage, you said camp. It's camp. It's camp for everything.
Oh, you're going with that.
It's the funniest fucking thing, and I love it because you see that he's fucking out there all the time, man. Like,
what's the points? What was the point difference?
Oh, it doesn't have that listed.
Okay.
But I just think it's so funny. It's just like, yeah, man, it's also a David Camp appreciation post, which is why it's so fucking funny. Let's see.
We're getting that for $2 million less.
Yeah, seriously. Well, Camp has only 3 points on the season right now. And in the last 5 games, he's got 2 points. So I'm assuming Strome only has like 1 then, or 0. Which I can find out if this loads really quickly. But I just think that's so funny. Somebody was like, yeah, let's just compare these two. Yes, yeah, Strome has 0 points in the last 5 games.
He's only got 8 points this year.
Everybody's producing. So that's what you like to see. And you see other guys stepping up.
I think I'm officially off of Strome.
It's one of those things where I'm still saying, like, he's still fucking young, dude.
It's so hard though, because it's like
he's 23.
Yeah, this completely goes against everything I just said about like Boquist and all that, but it's like
I think the hardest part about it too is that, like, when he was in juniors, it was Strome, DeBrincat, and McDavid, and you see McDavid just, oh my God, disgustingly lighting the league up. You see DeBrincat doing what he's done in the past 4 years. And then you're like, Strome, man, like you had as many points as them when you were in juniors. Like, you were also doing really well. And you're just waiting for him to kind of explode into like that type of player that, like, he was going to be less than McDavid because that's what everybody is, but he was supposed to be more than DeBrincat. And you're like, come on, get it going.
It kind of reminds me of that meme where it's just the little blob, like, with the stick. Do something.
Oh God,
Strome, do something.
Like, he's not playing terribly, but you'd like to see a little bit more out of the $4 million. I can't remember what his contract is. $3 million.
Yeah. It's just the bar was set so high after that 2018-2019 season when he put up 51 points.
Yeah.
Then last year 38 in 58 games, which same amount of games between the two.
Yeah. I mean, right now you got Kurashev and you got Suter, both rookies that have more points than Strome.
It's almost kind of like he's like a poor man's Jonathan Taves. Like
Strome?
Yeah, he has the capability, but he just hasn't found that consistent line mate. Where Taves, it's like Taves, I feel like his offensive numbers would be so much better if he consistently had either the same line mate or that good chemistry with a guy and just putting the numbers up. Like, he's never, what was it? The Saad Hossa line was like probably the
best line.
Yeah. And then
the two-way line, like, you'll come down and be in the offensive zone. They'll just take it away from you and then go set up in the offensive zone forever.
Like, that was probably some of his best hockey right there too. And last year wasn't too bad either with Kubalik. I thought he was kind of building something with Kubalik on his line with him, but
which is, I mean, Kubalik's also been quietly great this year too. he's third in the team in points right now, 14 points in 19 games.
Someone at work was like, "Oh yeah, Kubalik, really shit in the bed after that good year," and I'm like, "No, he's doing really good. Everybody else is just doing that good too that you don't hear about it."
It's hilarious. He's only shooting 8.9%. He's a shooter, man.
He's a big-time shooter.
Gotta love it.
He's got that OV power play setup going for him too.
Oh my God. Both power play lines too have just been fantastic to watch.
Are they still top 3 power play?
I believe they are. I don't have that right in front of me, but
I'll look for it.
I mean, they're going to be top 5 for sure.
Definitely top 5.
It's hard when Well, I think Toronto's probably number one still because Auston Matthews is a goal per game.
They are
Either
fourth,
yeah.
right behind Buffalo. What the fuck? Oh, Buffalo only scores on power plays. That's right.
That's fine.
Toronto 37, Dallas 33.
Dallas only has 12 games played though.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that stays that high. But yeah, I don't know. Anything else for like these games at all?
No, I think it's been fun hockey to watch.
Yeah.
Before, I know like last year was kind of like there was times where it's like, yeah, I try to watch as much as possible, but I was like, if I can't make it, if I can't catch the game, whatever. This year it's like I do go out of my way to make sure I watch it because it's just fun to watch.
Oh yeah.
It's fun hockey again. Like it's not frustrating. It's not.
Well, even if they lose, you're like, oh, that's fine. Like
game, yeah.
They're not expected to win right now. Like every win is a joy.
Yeah.
Playing with house money, man.
House money, baby. It's the way to go.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you brought up something that I need to hear more about.
Yeah, dude. So other Hawks news. Apparently, according to Frank Saravelli, that Chicago Blackhawks GM Stan Bowman is the front runner to become the GM of Team USA Hockey Olympics.
Fuck that.
I mean, he's GMing this team, and it's looking good, man. Like we were all like really weirded out by the decisions he's made, but
I'm still waiting for him.
We're praising the team.
You know what? I'm still waiting until he stays by what he says that he's doing, where he is not going to mortgage the future. He's going to build with prospects and all that. I don't believe him. I still think he's going to do something stupid to try to win this year. I'm convinced he's going to do something like that. And it's going to be so goddamn frustrating if he does.
I think the weirdest part is that they're going to, if he becomes the GM of Team USA, that they don't realize he can't use his European scouts to pull Euro players to Team USA to make them good.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's hilarious. I didn't even think of it that way.
That's become the formula, man. It's European scouts just going like, "Hey, we should get these guys." He's like, "All right," and then they come over and do really well, and you'll love to see it. Suter's been exactly what we were hoping was going to be. Kubalik has been fantastic.
There's a guy in the K too that they're really.
Yeah, they're pushing for another kid. Shit, I just had it too.
Although it's gonna be really interesting to see what he can do when he doesn't have to worry about the salary cap. Not that he worries about that regardless, but
yeah, I mean, he's gonna get Kane around there,
right?
I think DeBrinket's gonna get a little whiff of Team USA as well.
I almost think he's gotta.
Yeah.
Either like a fourth line or like.
Well, if you get Kaner and DeBrinket together on Team USA as well, like they're still gonna keep the magic.
Are they officially NHL going back next year?
I don't know.
Are they just speculating right now that? Because I know that was part of the negotiation for.
I think you have to do that, man. If you're with all the coronavirus pandemic shit, and you want to get the game like growing even faster because of all this stuff, and you need money, you got to send these players to the fucking Olympics. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Especially if there's not fans in the stands too. You're not going to be losing any more money than you were if you shut down for 2 weeks. So
it's one of the most watched parts of the Winter Olympics. It's one of the most exciting parts about it. Like Team USA versus Team Canada. Like, let's fucking go.
Yeah. Because I don't think I watched a minute of it the year that they didn't have it in 2018.
I didn't fucking watch any of it.
Yeah. I think the only thing I did see a minute of it, and that was because the gold medal game was going on. We had that outdoor tournament in Rosemont, and we were checking out of the hotel room, and they had it on one of the TV there. And I looked up and was like, Germany versus Russia. And then I just walked away. That was all I saw. I don't know who actually won it. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was that Germany versus Russia.
Yeah. Yeah, they need to. And that's just
I wonder how many people ended up not watching it, and if like the Olympics committee is just like shit. Maybe we do have to negotiate a little bit more and get like the NHLers playing.
Yeah, I think the women's one got a lot more viewership.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
But yeah, I don't know if that'd be interesting. I mean, I even think about it from that standpoint that a lot of what he does good is from his European scouts, so that's kind of fucking hilarious. But it's also at the same time, it's like, how can you screw it up? It's like, who are the best players? American, like, let's go.
We joke about it a little bit, but like he's also made some great draft picks that we're seeing that now because like I just said, Bowden, Kurashev, Mitchell.
I've never had an issue. I've never had an issue with his drafting.
Yeah,
it's cap management and asset management that I've always had a problem with him.
Yeah, I mean, you hate to see some players go in some questionable trades, but like that's every GM. I think it's just the glaring one of like Panarin, but it's like also we always think about like we never would have been able to hold on to Panarin.
No.
And trying to rekindle the magic with Saad is just like, okay.
You can't have 3 players making 10+ million on your team.
Yeah.
It just won't feasibly work out. And it's the way he manages the salary cap, the way he throws out no trade clauses, like
he hasn't done it in forever.
Right. But like that was the whole point though. So it's like he's making steps to like, do the right thing.
Yeah.
But this upcoming trade deadline, I think that's going to be, if he sticks by what he originally said, that he's trying to build it with the youth that we have, build our prospect pool back up and win within. But if he sticks with that, awesome. I still won't put it past him to trade somebody that we should probably be building around to try to win this year. That's my biggest worry with him.
Yeah, I can see that. Shut up. I'm having a good time this season. Stop.
That's the thing though, because it's like that's the whole frustrating thing. It's like he says one thing and then he goes and does something else. And that's why it's like people think that I just hate him to hate him. No, like I have legitimate reasons to dislike the guy. He's made moves and that. And yes, he is making progress. I think he is doing a little bit better of a job. And his game plan after he did his media tour about the rebuild and all that, he laid out, I was on board with what he said.
Yeah.
I just don't trust him to stick to it. And that's what I get nervous about. And until
you think he's going to get a little ants in his pants and be like, oh, we're doing good.
We can win. Yeah, we can win. Let's go.
Time to trade away a prospect defenseman.
Kirby Doc, we can trade you and get some good 1-year rental guy. Let's go.
Oh God, no, please don't. Isn't it exciting that Kirby Doc's still going to be coming back to this team at some point, and so is Taves. It's like, where does everybody fit in?
Yeah. Oh, let's go. That's gonna be the hardest thing though when they come back, is who's gonna lose ice time.
Those are the problems you like to have, though.
Exactly, though. Yeah, but it's like, man, I love watching all these guys play, and now it's like, oh well, 2 of them aren't gonna play. But
I'm not crying over it.
Oh, any more Hawks talk?
I think that's all I have.
Hey guys, I want to take a second to talk about CMOC Hockey Training. CHT is hockey excellence personified for the Chicagoland area. Offering private lessons, group sessions, and skills clinics, CHT provides elite training for all ages. Visit their website, cmocht.com, Instagram page at cmoc_hockey_training, or email cmochockeytraining@gmail.com for more information on everything they have to offer.
We'll hit a quick couple NHL Hawks talk points here. First one I think was on the talk of the hockey world yesterday, the Lake Tahoe game.
Yeah,
started off with an absolute banger of the firefighter they were honoring, Dusty Gooch. Fucking amazing.
Dusty R. Gooch. Some people are just like, I think at some point I'd just go by Dustin.
Yeah. Or he's a really cool dude, and he's just like, you know what? I'm fucking leaning into this. Let's go. But it's such a cool. I mean, that venue is awesome.
Yeah.
Scenic is awesome. But I think anybody could have saw that might have been a little the trouble they had was going to happen. Too much sunlight.
I'm worried about today's game too.
It'll be interesting.
I checked the weather for Lake Tahoe today. It's 41 degrees and sunny.
That's why they pushed the game back.
Oh, did they already push back?
Yeah, it's at 6:30 or 7:00 now.
Oh, I did not see that.
Oh,
then.
yeah, they pushed the game back because
because I just recently saw that it was, or like this morning, that it was still at 1 on TV at least.
Oh yeah, no, it got postponed back a little bit to try to like fight that. Now like with yesterday, so yesterday they played the first period. The ice was like your standard pond hockey session, guys taking divots and just face planting. The refs are flying everywhere.
You love to see it.
You love it. So they decided that they were going to wait and postpone the game, and they postponed it to 9:00 their time, which ended up being midnight Eastern time and 11:00 local time for us.
I was excited. I got home from work and was able to actually catch the game.
I was out. I could not. Man, I'm old now. I was not able to stay up that late, but it's a bummer that they had to play in the dark, but also still so cool seeing just outdoor hockey is just so awesome.
Yeah, and I mean, having the mountains in the background. Are you kidding me? Yeah. I think even just having the night game was fucking awesome.
Yeah,
it was just like you just get like a couple trees in the background. It's just like the lake, and you're like, this looks so fucking cool.
I wish they would do. I know they would never do it because of how much money they make off these outdoor games, but it'd be so awesome to do stuff like that. Like do one game, no fans, these awesome scenic places. Like,
it
would be.
You want to get a sick ass fucking TV deal? Like, let's do some of that.
Yeah,
do like some pregame, or preseason games out there. Just leave the rink up. Fuck it.
There was one person talking about it. He's like, what we should do? They should do this next year and have Arizona versus Winnipeg. Winnipeg has to wear Atlanta jerseys. Arizona has to wear Winnipeg jerseys, and just confuse the shit out of everybody.
It's like, where does this go? What? Okay.
But no, there's some cool moments in that game too.
You can also have just Winnipeg versus Calgary and just have them both wear their Atlanta jerseys.
Oh God, yes.
Atlanta Flames versus Atlanta Thrashers. The battle for the peaches.
Yeah, that would be awesome. They need the Thrashers.
It's just up in Canada still. The battle for Georgia
in Canada.
Yeah.
NHL needs to get the rights back to the Thrasher stuff because those are some awesome jerseys. I wish they were able to do like reverse retro with the Thrasher stuff.
Yeah, there was some crazy shit. Like, what was it? Maroon, yellow, and like a dark
baby blue.
It's baby blue. Yeah,
baby blue with Atlanta down the sleeve.
Oh yeah, I can just picture Kovalchuk wearing that bad boy.
I actually had that jersey. It was awesome.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but there were some cool moments during that game. So Bertangelo was actually mic'd up, and there's a point where McKinnon picks up the puck and you just hear him go, "Oh no!" And then as soon as he says that, McKinnon just rips it and scores. It was just like
fucking making millions and millions, signs a huge ticket, and just still one of the better players in the league. He's just like, oh shit. Yo, you're supposed to be one of the better defensemen out there. Doesn't matter. That's McKinnon, man. Like, fucking, are you kidding me?
Stuff like that. So that's what I wanted to talk about too. It's like the amount of money I would pay for like a channel with mic'd up players,
a fucking NHL streaming network that has actual like bench audio.
No announcers, just rink audio, sounds of the skate, sounds of the puck, all that. Benches, the chirping, all that kind of stuff, dude. I would pay for that in a goddamn heartbeat.
Yeah.
It would be so much fun.
Give me that NHL package.
Yeah, right. Another one thing that has nothing to do with the game being played though. They were doing like the scenic view of the rink last night, and they go over to a trees, and peeking out of behind one of the trees. It was gritty.
Oh my God.
He gets staring, and then once the camera starts getting closer to him, he like jumps and like hides back behind the tree. God, Gritty is the absolute best.
he's wild.
Snowboarding yesterday up there, like, wasn't even his team's game. That's even funnier about it. He was getting all this attention.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that. I was like, oh yeah, Gritty's just there. That makes sense. But it's like, wait,
they don't play till today, and that's like,
yeah. What the fuck?
So yeah, it's Boston versus Philly yesterday when you guys are listening to this. Philly's missing a lot of players for that game. Giroux's out, Voracek's out. Yeah, so
we'll see. The team's still doing pretty decent. Like, they got JVR's leading that squad in points. Joel Farabee's having an insane season.
Just picked him up. Let's go.
Yeah, I know. Fucking Yahoo let me know about it. I don't know why it's doing that shit now. So weird.
Live. But that's what I was kind of like. I think I just want to keep dropping players if that's really going on. Like,
go for it.
The best. Noise count was the best. He's like, I'm about to get more notifications from Jarom's ad drops than text messages.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing it, but whatever.
I have 25 potential moves. I've used 24 of them. So,
yeah, okay. Other NHL stuff going on.
Crosby 1,000
games. Whole team wearing his number, right? And was it his name on the back? I just saw like a little clip.
His game, the C, and everything.
They all were doing his pregame ritual.
Yeah, he gets on the ice and he goes and he retightens one of his skates, and the whole team just drops down on their knees, and like, they all didn't do it, but they're just doing, like, mimicking what he was doing, which is absolutely hilarious. I wish they all would have tried to do the stick handle through the McDonald's logo though, that he does.
Does he? I don't know his pregame ritual.
He does this insane like stick handling where he goes through like the arch of the McDonald's logo, and it's mesmerizing watching him do it.
Oh, weird.
He's so good. And I was just like, it'd be so funny, like, seeing all these guys try up and go and do that and just losing the puck.
That's always a good thing. It's crazy when you see like players try and mimic others and they aren't unable to do it, and you're like, you're both in the league, but the skill like difference is just crazy to see sometimes.
He's a freak.
And you just realize how much better some of these guys are than other guys that are in the fucking show as well. Yeah. Like
you think it's all the same playing field, but no. You had a crazy stat too.
I did.
Yeah, about 1,000 players, 1,000 games.
Yeah. So it's like, what stat was that, my guy? It was players that have played at least 1,000 games. Crosby is third all time right now in points per game. Right, I said that correctly.
Yeah.
Let me double check.
Points per. Yeah, he's third all time points per game.
Where is it? Okay. Yeah, and he's behind Gretzky, which is, I mean, obvious.
Yeah, no mention that.
And then Marcel Dion.
Yeah, totally had that one.
Yeah, he's ahead of Phil Esposito. And yeah.
It's insane that we were kind of talking about too before we started recording. Like, if he didn't miss as much time as he did, concussions and all that, that's a shame. Like,
not even just the time that he missed, but the quality of play. Like, he still is so insanely good, but everybody should really realize how much better he actually was. Like, he was unstoppable before he had concussions, and he's still like, or he was, I don't know, like, what's even more than unstoppable? He's pretty unstoppable still. He was like impenetrable and like unbreakable, and then he had concussions and like had that like sitting out for like a year and a half, came back and still fucking lit it up. And I don't know, he was putting up like 100+ point seasons during a time when no one was fucking scoring. Like, it's crazy.
Stats really quick.
102 points his rookie year, 120 points his sophomore year, in a shorter a shorter, like 53 games. He had 72 points that third season, 103 points, 109 points. Fucking, and then it kind of dwindles off because he got injured. Like the injuries still comes like 56 points in 36 games, 104 points in 80 games. Like
He played half a season, still put up 66 points.
yeah,
Insane.
yeah. It's
games
crazy.
Played, still 37. Oh my god.
It's crazy. And like, he doesn't get enough praise for how fucking good he is because,
which is insane to
my
think
God.
because everybody talks about how he's the NHL and all that. Like he's the guy, and he still doesn't get the respect that he deserves.
Yeah, I think one of the things too is like we were talking about it, or at least you guys were talking about it last night, was that he's never been on the cover of like NHL, the video game, but that's because he doesn't want to be.
Right.
And I think it also has to deal with him being so fucking superstitious. Like he's not just stitious, he's fucking superstitious. And like, I don't know, like everybody kind of believes in their own, like maybe there's like a cover curse, like Madden has it, which I don't know if that's really true anymore. But
so, all right, who do you think is the most surprising player? We'll take Crosby out of it. Most surprising player that hasn't been on the cover.
Kaner a second time. The most surprising player that hasn't been on the cover yet, McKinnon.
Yeah.
Canadian player playing for an American team. That's like kind of the shit that they do now.
I'm kind of surprised like Marc-Andre hasn't, with his personality.
Oh, really?
And all that. Like I kind of feel that they try to like, they not only do good players, but they try to go guys that's got personality.
Yeah.
Like, that's when like PK got it. Auston Matthews, great player, great person. You know, like his personality is like off the charts and all that with his like looks and all that kind of stuff. It's like, I could see Mitch Marner still going on there at some point,
especially since he's kind of like also known as like a gamer.
Yeah. Patrick Laine.
American player in a Canadian market. What? Yeah. I'm assuming Laine's probably been on the cover for the Finnish
version.
It
would be hilarious if he gets on the cover and it's not him playing. It's like him on the couch playing Xbox.
He's going to get on the cover of Fortnite before he gets on the cover of Chell.
Oh, yeah. So let us know who you think is the most surprising player.
Yeah, Panarin would be good, but I think that's, I don't know, have they ever had a Russian on the cover? Oh, God damn it.
Currently and before.
Yeah, dude. I forgot about that. That's really funny.
Dotsuk.
Dotsuk was on the cover?
Wasn't. I'm saying he's surprised.
Yeah.
Wasn't.
Yeah. I'm just looking at like basically players that are leading the league in points. Like who would be surprising? I don't know.
Yeah. Another quick little thing. There's been reports that a TV deal for the NHL may include partial for NBC for the USA Network and partial to ESPN, which I think would be the smart move. I think you got that build-up relationship with NBC now, and if you can get to ESPN with more, you know, because then you got ESPN, ESPN2, and not USA, ABC.
Yeah, all the people that typically put on that channel already, and then they're like, "Oh shit, hockey? Okay."
But if they go back to ESPN, they got to get Gary Thorne.
They also got to bring back the glow puck. I want to do that.
That's Fox.
I don't give a shit. Because at the time they were also playing on ESPN, so it's just like, all right, let's just bring it all back.
Yeah.
And then also bring back roller hockey.
Beach hockey.
ESPN.
Two beach hockey references in one episode.
I fucking saw it on CMOC's training page.
Yeah, I saw it.
And I was like, hell yeah, dude! I fucking remember that shit. It's like, let's get it going again. I'll play.
Was it the one with like a ramp behind the net?
That's what it was. That was the beach hockey one.
God. 90s are awesome.
It was like it's like having rod hockey because you know the puck just gets stuck back there, so you want to make sure it comes back.
Yeah. All right. So the last thing I kind of want to talk about, then we'll wrap it up. Auston Matthews, freak.
Jesus.
He is just on a completely different level right now. 18
If nobody, I was gonna say, if nobody knows,
Yeah.
let them know how many goals per game he has right now.
So in 18 games played this year, he has scored 18 goals. He's the first player to do that in the last 15 years. Absolutely ridiculous. And he is just making it look easy.
I think it's so funny because during the draft, I think they were looking at like Lankinen, the goal scorer. It's like, yeah. Also, Matthews can fucking score, man. He's putting up more goals than Lankinen is.
He is just, I don't know what it was with him. Like, it's just this season and the last year too. Like, just missing out on 50 goals last year.
Yeah, he's gonna try and do it this year in less games.
56 games and get 50 goals. I would have laughed if he would have said
50 and 39.
Dude, if he does that, no, he's
if he actually hits 50 in less than 50 games though,
holy shit.
We'll see.
But
I can see it happening.
It's not just goals though, too. He's also got 11 apples.
Yeah, he's still eating healthy.
Like, he is on a different level right now. Like, good for him. And that's one question I'm going to leave right here too. A nice little stat, which this or that. What happens first? Auston Matthews 50 goals or Buffalo Sabres 50 goals even strength? Buffalo Sabres have 18 goals even strength right now.
Oh, so they're tied.
They're tied.
I mean, I have no idea, dude.
The safe bet would be Buffalo, just because
is it though?
But I know, because assume 18 guys on a team, you think that they can put together 50 goals.
How many games have they played?
I think there's a coupled game difference.
Oh, they played 14 games. Okay,
yeah, 4-game difference.
Yeah. That's a quality fucking question right there, my guy. I think.
I mean,
there's nothing better than shitting on the Sabres year after year.
Oh my God, we got to talk about that. The one fan, so the Post.
Oh shit!
They lost 3-0 to the Islanders, and they put how they do final score, and they do the scoreboard. Somebody commented on that and said, "I bought a cardboard cutout for my aunt to honor my late aunt, so she can watch all the games. How can I pick it up so she doesn't have to watch this crap anymore?"
Just Jesus murdered them.
I absolutely love how ruthless Buffalo fans are with their teams.
It's crazy.
I
feel so bad.
What does Buffalo have to do to be good?
I don't know.
They made all the right moves this offseason.
Just not be in Buffalo, I guess. I don't know.
If you can't win with Eichel and Taylor Hall, do you just be okay, we gotta sell this team and move them?
Scrap it.
Quebec is nice this time of year here.
Restart the rebuild right now. Trade off everybody. You get a lot of really good pieces probably if you wanted to.
God, I remember Poet sent that and I was just I audibly gasped and laughed out loud at work, and they're like, "What?" And I showed them. Oh my God, it was amazing.
Ruthless.
Yeah. So, you got anything else on your mind?
I got a lot of things on my mind, but it's not hockey. So,
you all good, bud?
Yeah, man. It's a nice day.
Nice day. All right. Well, I think that about does it for us. This is episode 123. What do you want to call it, Tanner?
I love this team.
All right. So for Tanner and myself, go Hawks, and
let's fucking go, baby.
Go. And we will see you this week. with the 2 games against Columbus, and then I think a couple more against some other team. I just deleted
It's Detroit at
the Detroit
this weekend.
All right, so we got at least 2 wins more coming our way. So
I hope so.
all right,
Get another Hagel and Laine fight, round 2.
let's go.
Get him 2 more punches. It'd be great.
Torch is always pushing for that physicality. He probably saw that and was just like, dude, just don't do that. Like, even Torch probably laughed his ass off at that.
Oh.
All right, so for myself and Tanner, we will check you guys out on the next one.
All right. See you later, boys. Love ya. Bye.